Okay, in the previous lesson we spoke a lot about the theory of programming in C. We didn't write the syntax correctly 100%, and for the reason is because I wanted to explain to you the basic concepts. I'm not writing the syntax correctly just yet. I'm just going through the basic concept. First, we're importing a file, a library file, which has some sort of detail of how to deal with information being fed to the computer, and also how the computer would output information to the screen. But what I am going to do is I'm going to write the syntax now correctly, and then start to, push it in more clearly to you. We're going to start with something, a hash initially. This is how you include a file, or a library file, a header file in this case. We use the hash symbol, and we put include, and we put the less than sign stdio dot h. We have to include that. So now we've included the library. The next part we're going to do, like I said, we're going to assign a variable which is called integer x, and we're going to close it off, and then we're going to give x equals to 1. Right? Next we're going to have int type main. Now I said this is the main block where the program is going to look once it starts to run. So it's going to execute something here, and we're going to open it with a squiggly line, just like that. Okay, this is very common as well in PHP, in C#, Objective-C, old language in fact I know of. Java, same kind of idea. Every time we open a block, a function or a procedure, we do that. And now what we're going to do, we're going to actually print the value x. So like I explained in the previous lesson, we're going to put print f, and then we're going to put x. Close it off, and that's that. And once we finish the block, we close off the block with another squiggly line, which is a closing brace. Okay? So that is pretty much the program. There's one little thing that this program is going to cause an error. It's going to cause an error because now it's looking for an integer value to be given back to it, and we haven't done that. So what we're going to do, we're going to cross this part out, ignore that. We're going to put return 0. If we don't do that, it's expecting from that function that it's going to get a value back. So if we don't give it 0, it's going to cause an error, which you will do. We'll do an example on the computer soon. So if we don't do that, it's going to cause an error. That's why we have to put return 0. So it's going to return a 0 to the main function. And now we can close, and that's the end of the short program. It's going to print x to the screen as we return 0 to the main function. So here you can see the code correctly written out in the correct syntax as well. Right, so that's it for this lesson. In the next lessons we'll be on the computer. We're going to go over the same example that we did on the board. We're going to do it on the computer so we can cement it in our minds a bit more. And we're going to continue the entire tutorial on the computer as well. So we'll be hands-on training from now on. But for now, just if you've got any questions, put some comments, send me an email, or connect with me on any of the popular social networks, and I'll be more than happy to help you out in any way or explain some of the concepts. But if I can give you some advice, be a little bit patient until I finish the entire course, then ask your questions, because I am probably going to answer the questions as I go along in the course. Okay, so bye for now, and see you in the next video.